Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's part 3 of a playthrough of Space Infantry Federation, published by Lock and Load Publishing and designed by Nathan Hansen. In the last video we saw the mercenaries getting dangerously close to Sol. The mutants have all their ships out. The flesh eaters are starting to investigate the base we've built in their territory, and they've got a couple of technologies as well. The Chthonians are sending out ships to check out what the mercenaries are up to, but surprisingly are still at peace with us, along with the cybers. One thing I did incorrectly but made note of in the last video was this diplomacy counter. When you establish an embassy, you put it on the space directly below the current war effort of that faction. So that's put right. Okay, let's see what happens this time. So it's down to the political board. And it looks like straight away we are going to get a bit of grief, because the first activation token is the universal token, Fast Scouts. They've got it. So they're going to move in to Sol and get an extra advance as well. So these will move into here, these will move here, and these will move up here. So, combat. Combat starts with 5 dice. We take away dice equal to the combat value of the alien. In this case, though, it's 0. So it stays at 5. And then we've got these cross swords here. And they will allow us to add a dice for each icon, but we can't have more than 5. So it stays the same. We now throw the dice, and for every 5 or 6 we throw, we will do 1 damage to the alien, and if we exceed their combat value, they will be destroyed and are placed back in their waiting area. So let's see what we get. Oh, we got 1, 6. So that means we've exceeded their combat value, and they get put back in the leftmost empty space in their waiting area. So that was good. We may see it in a bit, but I'll just tell you now, if it had been something like the Raiders here, we would have only done 1 damage to them, and that would have pushed them back 1 space. So there we are, that's combat. Normally, when an alien faction loses a ship, as the mercenaries have just done, their war effort actually moves down, but not for the mercenaries. They get the wobbles and their war effort goes up, which is good for us. Right. This is a press for the cybers. That means that faction is trying to put pressure on us and assert their control of their territory. Now, normally that would mean that this ship here would move down to its next lowest number. However, if there is an unoccupied planet, or named space, as they're called in this game, adjacent to one of the ships, they will move into that to protect it. And if the cybers get another press, this won't move from that space. So there it goes. Ooh, technology. A press for the mutants. But they don't have any unoccupied planets adjacent to them, so they will just move into the next lowest numbered space. Advance for the cybers. But weirdly, they are still at peace with us and can't use it. Oh, good. One of ours. Right. Here's a universal token. This is an alien war event, if you remember. Whoops. So we first check to see if any alien factions are at war with each other. They're not. If there were any, and we had bases in their territory, one of those bases would be damaged. But it says in the rules, if there is no such base, increase expansion desire. I assume that means that you don't have to be at war, but we'll increase it anyway. Somebody will tell me if that's incorrect. And just to finish that token off, we do a random event. So let's get rid of these. And we'll mix these up without trying to turn them over. There we are, we'll have that one. Oh dear, whoops. That's the military one. Let's throw a die. Once again, we've lost some of our ships. So the military losses go up to 2. Oh, so there we are, up to 2. We've got one of these on the resource track, which we can use to move them back down one space, but it's a bit of a ways off. We get another on either of those, we'll start pushing down the stability. Right. Oh, there we go. Universal galactic conflict. So we're rolling on here again. Three. Research Alliance. Who's doing that? Oops. 3 again. That's the Chthonians and the mutants are going into alliance. So once again, that's good for us because it now pushes that up. Another one, they're at mobilized. Excellent. Technology for the Chthonians. But, whoop, get in focus, there we go. But they can't use it because they are at peace with us. Advance for the flesh eaters. But they can't use it. They're only at mobilize. We do have one out, but they can't advance. And here we are, one of ours. We're only throwing once. So remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 little cog icons there. So that's 4 dice. Let's see what we get. Couple of 2s. Excuse me, 4 and a 1. So, we've got 2 of those. We'll pop those on there. Oh, so we've got left, look, 4. We'll pop that there. Can't use that. We're out of resources. But they move down. And come along here. Lots of research and a build. Right, we're going to have this research to reveal this one. And this is an enhanced targeting system, which will go there. And then we'll use this one to see if we can advance these 3. We'll do this one first. 5. 2 spaces. Right, 1, 2. We'll leave it there so I know I've done it. This one. 2. No, doesn't move. This one. 4. That moves 1. So it's in the penultimate space. We can do it again. So this one. 4. It can move. This one. 2. No. And this one we need a 5 or a 6. No. Oh well, that's it. We've got a build and a maneuver left. Well, let's be... I think we've got to go for it. I'm going to use the maneuver and move this here. Then the build to turn it into our next base. Yeah, let's just move down. Let's use this one. Where are we? There we are. That goes back. And these resources, lots of research. Excuse me. This goes over here. And this goes down here. And that's it. We're out. Back to the political board. Before we go back there, though, yes, silly sausage, I forgot to move the rest of the resources down. There we are. So these go back. There we are. Move them along. Some more technology there. But once again, we are back to the resource board and we're throwing them twice. We can now throw 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can do it twice. So here we go. Oh dear, oh dear. That's a 4, isn't it? Those aren't going to be of much use. A 4, 3, and a 1. So what do we got left? We've got one of those, one of those. Well, we'll pop that there. And we'll pop that there. So those have no use. Those are done. And research. Again. Six. Again, no good. 5, 3, and a 2. So we can have a 5 there. That's no good. And another research there. Right, down they come. And what we got now? We could push into the Cybers territory. We've got one more to get here, but this is in the way. So we could try and push that back, or have a go at that one. But these might attack Sol. Well, let's build a couple of ships. No, they can't be upgraded. Let's chance our arm. I'm going to move those 2 ships to here. We're going to have combat, see if we can push this back so we can colonize this one. I think combat overrides everything else, so we will do that first. So we start with our 5 dice. We take 2 away because of the value or the strength of the mercenary ship. But these triple swords here allow us, I'll get it in focus, there we are, allow us to add 1 each back. So we're where we started, and we're looking for 5s and 6s. Here we go. Oh! That's 3 hits. That is more than the value of that raider ship. So that actually gets sent back here. And as you saw earlier, their war effort will go up 1 to Cold War. We'll do that when we get back. But that leaves the way clear to try and colonize that. But unfortunately, we don't have any maneuver. So what I think we'll do with our last build, I could put a mine here, but I'm feeling a bit gung-ho. So I think we'll upgrade this one. So we've got a bit more defense there in case this shoots round to try and get us. That's it. We're out. We're back to the political board. So before I do anything else, I did make a note in the video. Yes, we built a new base, so the desire comes back down to 0. Right. Advance for the Chthonians, but no, they can't use it. Oh, it's a good job we moved that back down, because this is an expansion desire and we have to move that back up. That was good. Population of Sol are moaning again. They want us to expand. Here's a Chthonian spawn. But as you know by now, they can't use it. Technology for the cybers. Whoop. But no. Press for the Chthonians. But we don't have a base in their territory yet. Advance for the Flesh Eaters. But again, luckily, they can't use it. Border friction for the cybers. But we don't have any bases in their territory. Press for the Flesh Eaters. So they're going to advance one towards Sol. No sign of any of our tokens yet. Spawn for the mercenaries. Here they go again. And yes, they can use a spawn. So they come back out, their scouts. I suppose we'll move that along. There we are. Advance for the Flesh Eaters. But no, they can't use it. Oh, still no luck. It's a press for the Chthonians. Unfortunately, because there's an unoccupied named space or planet, this one will move here to protect it. This will move down. As press is only a show of force, if an alien fleet's movement would result in combat, it wouldn't move. It's going to make us work for that. Oh, still no luck. Tech for the mutants. The mutants can, of course, use that. So, back in the pot. But we do have our espionage here. It's their fast raiders, but we are contesting that. So let's get rid of these. Let's see what we get. 4. The resource token is returned to the resource pool, and the alien race does not gain its technology. Hurrah! There we are, back it goes. And we pop those back. No! Advance for the cybers. Whoops. Sorry about that. Can't use it. Oh dear. We've been lucky with these two factions that they haven't moved from peace. Tech for the Chthonians, but of course they can't use it. Aha! At last! So, press for the mutants. So they're going to press forward. They can't move here. So they're just going to come down to the next lowest number. Oh, random event. Border friction for the flesh eaters. And we have two bases in their territory. They've got the ump, so their war effort moves down. But we have an embassy here. Sorry about the glare. So again, that is contested. So again, we need a good high number. Oh, 6. Not only did they not move down, that stays there as well. Excellent. Oh, here we go, another one. Spawn for the mutants. But all their fleets are out, so it's instead treated as a tech, which isn't good. We haven't got our espionage anymore, so back in the pot. This is a durability enhancement, and I think I might have explained that one wrong, thinking about it now. That's advanced defensive systems, and we remove one additional die from all combat rolls against this alien race. This one, though, require one additional hit to destroy them. There we are. Back they go. Universal token, galactic conflict again. We're back on here. Two. It's a military alliance. Five. And it's, oh dear, and it's between the flesh eaters and the cybers, but they are already allied. So there'll be an alliance overage and a military one. Both races make an immediate advance but ignore the war effort requirements. So it's the flesh eaters and the cybers. So this one will now move. We'll move here. Oh dear. This one is a scout. Will not move here, I think, because it's a scout. If it was a raider, it would move here. But a scout will just continue down, moving to the next lowest number. Yes, rewind, Ruff. I was carrying on, and I forgot about this tech that the flesh eaters have. That's a fast advance and allows them to move twice when told to by an advance token, or in this case, a galactic conflict token. So they'll move down here. Also, I realise that's upside down. Anyway, there we go. The other thing, and it's now given me the opportunity to put that right, was that when we destroyed that mercenary ship, the war effort should have gone back up, and I forgot to do that. And that means that they could not have done a spawn. So we're putting those back. There we go. Hopefully that's now correct. Apologies for the little mistakes I'm making, but that's videoing for you. Right, here we go. But here it is. Here's our token. And we can throw twice. So let's get over to the results board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice. I'll take that. Bring them down. We've got a 6, which is no good to us. A 5, 3, 4, and a 2. So that can go back. We need a maneuver, I think. And we'll have build. Yeah, another build, I think. But we can throw again. Oh dear. These 2 6s are no good. A couple of 3s and a 2. I think we'll just keep bringing down builds and maneuvers, I think. That's right, isn't it? Yep, I think. Okay, down they come. Oops, there's 2 there. Across they come. So let's do the research first. Let's turn that over and pop that there. That is a data disruption toolkit, and we'll add 1 die. If we can get it in focus, there we go. And we'll add 1 die for all sabotage technology attempts. Well, this one here, I think, do we put it here or here? Let's put it here. And a build. Let's strengthen up the base here. There we are, back to the political board. So back these go. Whoops. You might shake up. Right. Random event. Another quick mix up. Whoops, nearly. Let's have that one. What have we got? Oh, internal politics. No effect. Aha, another one. But for now, we're back to the resource board. Throwing the dice once. 5 dice. Move that forward a little bit, I suppose. There we go. Good grief. Right. No good. Look at that. Look. completely useless. So this, I think, we'll use to move down one of the tracks on the politics board. So I'll pop that over there, whoops, to remind me, because you know what I'm like. We have a build and a maneuver. Can only move one of these. Yeah, let's build another ship, I think. Pop that there in case any of these start getting a bit cheeky. And we'll keep the maneuver in the bank. Could have used one to move into here and do combat, but there's no guarantee. Yeah, we'll keep that in the bank. So here's the morale that we're going to use to push back one of these. Now, what do we do? This one or this one? Well, doesn't make much difference. We'll push that one back down. These go back in the bag. And we're ready to start another turn, but I think we're going to leave it there, and we're going to leave the series there, because I've got a feeling this is going to go backwards and forwards for quite some time. This is the beauty of this game. Depending on the old tokens you pull, sort of dictates how the game goes. And this has been a bit sort of cat and mouse. It's been great. But as I say, I think we'll leave it there. Otherwise, we'll end up with a 10-part series, and I've got lots of games to get through. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've explained and played the game so you get a good idea of whether or not you're going to find this of interest. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. A State of Siege game is always popular with me. But what I like about this one is there's so much more going on. You've got not only the State of Siege going on here, you've got alliances with each other, alliances with you. You've got random events. You've got a finite amount of resources. You've got to do research. So lots going on. So there we go. Well, this has been a playthrough of Space Infantry Federation, published by Lock and Load Publishing and designed by Nathan Hansen. And as I say, I hope you enjoyed it and you found it interesting. If you did and it was, and you haven't done so already, why not have a think about subscribing to the channel? Another good thing to do is to like the video. That really helps. And if you want to be informed of other content the channel uploads, well, push that bell. Leave a comment. I've had some people tell me that when they first saw the game, they thought, but now they've seen it played, they're thinking, hello, this looks interesting. So tell me what you think. I love to read them. Thanks as always to my subscribers. Thank you very much. And one last thing, if you want to support the channel a little bit further, well, now you can buy the channel a coffee. And all those coffees do indeed go towards new content for the channel to upload. If you want to see what that's all about, well, I'll leave a link in the description, and thank you. So, until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.